Hello, 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 everybody. It's that time again. Friday night. Yes. So, hello. My name's Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. Majority wins. So, you guys voted. This is the painting we're going to have. So, log on. Tell me who you're painting with. We're going to have a good old time. I'm going to get my stuffs together. We got to say hi to the Butters. Hi, Butters. What you doing, buddy? Hi. Because he might be chiming in. You never know. So, hello, hello, hello. Say hello. Again, absolutely free to watch. Gratuities are appreciated. Get your supplies together. Let me know who you're painting with. Say hello. Hi, Magna. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi, Hannah. Hey, girl. What's up, girl? So I have lots of exciting news tonight. We're going to turn around and wait for more people to log on. I'll let you know what all that news is. Lots of fun stuff happening for our little fam soon. Hey, Amy. What's up, girl? Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Everything all right? Hi, Tammy. Hey, Julia. Hi, guys. Hi, fam. So I'm going to pour my paint. And for Witch Hat, we're going to, of course, need a big boy. He's a 1-inch flat. We're going to be needing a tiny. He's just a small round brush for the details. Mini-me's in the house because he looks just like Big Boy except he's small. And yup, large fluffy. I did see it, but you know what? The tie was broken. Last I checked, this one had 9, the other one had 5. But you guys are going to be making a decision for me. So, because you know me, I can never make up my mind. So you guys are going to help me decide on what's up. Once more people log on and everyone's getting ready, I'm going to tell you about all the exciting news coming up. Yeah, I just love ties, Amy. You know that. I'm like, I don't know what to do. There's a tie. I don't know what to do. I got my drink. Oh no, Tammy, why didn't you tell me? I would have brought you some. I would have brought you some Tam Tams. Find an old pizza box, paint on the cardboard. That works. I would have brought you some canvases, Tammy. I don't know where Tam Tams just came from. I kind of like it. Let me know. Give me a heads up next time. I'll bring you some. I don't mind. I know, I do not like ties, Amy. Not at all. Alright, so weapons this evening. Obviously, you leave them in the water if we're not using them. To clean your brush, you are going to swirl, tap, dab on your paper towel. When you dab it on your paper towel, you want to go in the shape of your bristles and you want them to be wet but not dripping. Okay, same paint. That's great, Amy. Hi, Valerie. Hey, hey, Valerie. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the family. Everybody say, hey, Valerie, what's up? Same paint every single party. Black, white, yellow, blue, and red. Hey, hey, Christina. You painting tonight, Christina? Hi, hi, hi. Everybody say, hey, Valerie, welcome to the family. What's up, girl? Where are you hailing in from? Hi, Adicola. Hello, hello. I don't know what you're talking about, so can I... Magna, I'm so glad that you have a brain and it's so smart. You should kiss your brain, because I don't remember everything. Ah, I got you, Tammy. Well, you can paint over an old one. You can paint right over it. Aw, Christina, I hope you feel better soon. I hope you feel better soon. Texas in the house. Hey, y'all. I'm really bad, right? So, hey, you all, y'all from Texas. Feel better. It's definitely the season for not feeling like 6,000%. Oh, that is a great song. Absolutely right. So we got Valerie here all the way from Texas. Texas in the house. I love it. I like it a lot. I don't know who that one person is, so guys, just ignore whoever it is. I don't know what they're talking about or why they're responding to all of you. So, whatever, to each his own. But I definitely would not hit anything on any of that one person, because I do not know who they are. Alright, I'm going to pour my paint. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I'm going to pour my paint, guys. Oh, I just figured out how to do something fancy. I think we got rid of our little spammer there, so I just pushed a button. Imagine that. I actually pushed a button that might have worked. Valerie is a great song. I'm very excited tonight. I got all brand new paint going on over here. All brand new paint. Y'all, we sure use it a lot. Yeah, Magna, I hit a little button for that individual, so I think we're going to be okay now. It's all good. Y'all, Valerie is painting. Oh, see, Magna? You knew better than me. There you go. So, I'm going to pour my paint. Obviously, we're going to need black. I got brand new paint. I'm very excited. So, I'll have to go back and look at my notes. So you came back for more torture, huh, Valerie? Alright, so black, white, yellow, blue, and red. What? Oh boy, my pretty palette. So you came back for more torture, huh, Val? That's cool. I'm glad you all came back. I'll stop doing that in a minute. Oh yeah, we're partying tonight. We got the music jamming. Hey, 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 Pat. Hey, 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 Michelle. Hi, guys. Awesome, Val. Hey, 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 Lisa. Hello, everybody. Lisa's got it down. There you go. All right, so take your screenshot. Take whatever you need to take, because I cannot show you both on my counter at once. I'm working on a 16 by 20. I'm holding it straight up and down tonight. If you are working on something smaller, like an 11 by 14, adjust accordingly. If I say like one hand down, two hands over, you know, you're only going to do like a couple fingers. All right, Lisa, sounds good. You guys let me know when you're ready to go. Amy, it's just you tonight, because Becca would totally love doing this background. It's all smush and colors. And you know how much she loves to do that. You know how much she loves to smush colors together. See you later, Pat. Hannah's ready. Is Dustin painting with you tonight, Hannah? Or any of your friends? I'll lower my music because I feel like I'm shouting. Hannah, I think you were born ready. Magna's ready. Oh, he's sleeping? Go jump on him. Go jump on him. Go tackle him, Hannah. Ooh, Hannah, if he's sleeping, you need to paint like a mustache on his face. Okay, Magna. So we're waiting for Lisa. She's grabbing her stuff. Tammy and Julia. Julia, so you want to laugh, right? So I was painting earlier, and I was painting, and I was using the paintbrush, and I didn't have any paint on it. I didn't have any paint on it, and I was like, you can't paint without paint on your brush, Julia. Amy's ready. Oh, okay, that's all right. Becca can catch the replay, or she'll probably run in after she's done playing. You know her, she paints in an hour when we need 3. You know she paints in an hour when we need 3 hours. Becca paints in 1 hour. She's really fast. So you guys want to see what I've been doing? I have a festival tomorrow, Tom's River Arts Fest, so I've been painting pumpkins. That's what I've been doing this whole time. So the one time I was painting Julia, I had no paint on my brush, and I thought of you. Valerie's ready. All right, I think everybody's already ready. You ready? We're gonna start off with Fluffy. So Fluffy is just, right? I have a lot of them. They're all drying because I had to clear coat them. Thanks, guys. Oh, all right. Before we start, real quick. So, this is the exciting news. Eve's Creations Paint Party is going to be on location. Thank you, Magna. At our gallery. Remember the Toms River artist community I'm talking about all the time? So we have a gallery in downtown Toms River. So my whole scenario here is going to be on location, where I'm going to be having people painting with me in person, and then all of you guys on Facebook Live. So the 23rd is going to be a test run, and then the 30th is going to be with actual people, the public attending the party. Awesome, Lisa. So the thing is, it's going to change is we're not going to do majority voting anymore. It's going to be one painting posted, and you get what you get, so that's what you gotta like. Now, since you guys are awesome, my fam, for the 23rd, Spook and Creepy Cornfield didn't win. So which one should I make the permanent painting for next week? Or is there another one you'd rather as the actual painting we do next week? So let me know. All right. All right. We're starting with Fluffy. Swirl tap dab Fluffy. Fluffy is just a beat up old bristly brush. And you want to mash them, mash them, mash them, mash them, mash them. When you mash them, mash them, mash them, he's fluffy. All right. So you're going to find your center. Find your center. Once you find your center, you're going to grab white, yellow, and red. You're going to find that center. You're going to start halfway. And you are going to put your parentheses from that center. Could help if I have more paint on my brush. I'm pulling a Julia. No paint on my brush. That's what I'm doing. So, you're going to do your parentheses and your parentheses. That's what we're starting off with. Parentheses and parentheses. White, yellow, and red. Once you have that parentheses, you can fill it in with the white, yellow, and red. It's the 23rd is going to be no attendees. The attendees will be on the 30th. Thank you so much, Amy. I really, really hope I'm able to do both. Scarecrow one, okay. We got 0, Scarecrow. Lisa, you use your orange. All right, we have a few Scarecrow and one for 0, doggy. All right, so once you have that, you're going to simply go in the shape of the pumpkin. And remember, this is just layer 1. We're just getting some color on the canvas. So, yellow, white, and red. And as you're putting this on, you want to go in the shape of your pumpkin with your brush strokes. Alright? And if you have stubborn canvas, just do a little scribble. Just do a little scribble. With Fluffy, you could do that. So you can just smash the paint in there if your canvas is being stubborn. Yep, so there's going to be no more voting because I have to have my setup in a different location. So I don't want to be carting stuff back and forth. Dustin wants the cornfield. Lisa wants the cornfield. Hannah loves both. All right, guys, you got it. Cornfield wins. Sorry, Magna. Zero didn't get, I'm surprised. Everybody loved the Jack Skellington painting, and then I do Zero and nobody wants to paint him. Everybody has a Zero bias going on. I thought that would be cute, but I don't know. What do I know? I don't know much. So we're just filling in our painting. Our pumpkin. Alright, cornfield it is. So, the painting for the live on the 23rd. The painting for the live on the 23rd is going to be Creepy Cornfield. Okay, guys? Lots of fun little details in this one. And then the 30th is going to be open to the public, Tammy. Once it's open to the public, it's going to be $25 a person. So, we are just doing our brush strokes, one end and the other end, following the shape of a pumpkin, using yellow, white, and a red. Yellow, white, and a red. So, I guess Dustin's awake, huh? Did you wake him up, Hannah? Alright, there we go. All filled in. Not going to worry about it. This is only layer 1. I'm scribbling where there's stubborn canvas going on. Like I said, this is only layer 1, so we're not going to stress it. We're not going to stress it. Ah, I got you. I got you. I got you now, Hannah. All right. I thought he was mumbling that in his sleep. Cornfield. That would be funny. All right. Once you have that all done, I want you to grab your black paint. Do you have to clean your brush? Absolutely not. And with your black paint, you're simply just going to find your center again, which is right, should be right above your pumpkin. If you did your pumpkin off center, go from the center of the pumpkin, okay? And you're very simply going to find that center and then do a triangle that way and this way. Okay? Once you have that triangle, you can color that in. Alright, so from the center of your pumpkin straight up, or the center of your canvas, if you did make your pumpkin centered, you want to do a triangle. So mark your center, line this way, line that way to the outside of your pumpkin. That would be crazy, right? That would be really funny, Hannah. So, and we're going to scribble all this in. We're going to scribble all this in black. So, guys, Lisa is actually painting with us tonight instead of watching the replay. Well, we're going to, the more you play with it, the bigger it gets, Lisa. So, as we're adding more and more layers to the pumpkin, it's going to get bigger. So, just be aware of that. Alright, so, there's my black triangle. And I'm going to take Fluffy, I'm going to take out the excess paint like this, and I'm going to swirl tap dab them. Alright, so the 23rd I'm going to be on location. That's not open to the public to attend yet, because I'm going to just, honestly, I need to, there's going to be a few track artists there. I really need to just make sure and work out all the kinks on teaching people in person and being live. So that's what the 23rd is for. And the 30th will be open to the public. And the 30th is going to be Rocky Horror Picture Show themed painting. So there you go. That is the news. Thank you guys so much for helping me make up my mind, because you know I don't know how to do that. Right now it looks like our pumpkin's wearing a party hat. So Lisa, your pumpkin should be about one hand over this way, one hand over that way, and go up halfway the canvas. Okay, so if you needed to make your pumpkin bigger, one hand away from this side, one hand away from that side, and you start them in the middle of your canvas. All right, how you doing out there, Val? How you doing? Magna, how you doing? Doesn't it look like a pumpkin with a party hat? Amy's still pondering her pumpkin too, Lisa. You and Amy paint. Okay, no worries. You and Amy paint the same way, because Amy's a little bit of a control freak like you are. Only being honest. That's okay. You know, when I talk about, like, when I say you need more paint on your brush to myself, I think of Julia. When I think about that, I'm just trying to make it perfect, I think of you, Lisa, and I think of Amy. When I'm just going with a big old whatever and slapping it all on, I think of Becca. When I'm trying to do something cute, I think of Magna. When I'm yelling at the dog, I think of Hannah. Told you guys, you're all part of my fam now. Oh, snap, Amy. Look at you go. Awesome, Valerie. Awesome. Look at you go, Amy. All right, so we're going to swirl, tap, dab that fluffy. And we are going to do our background. And Amy, you did such a great background when we did the pumpkin trio. So this is the same exact method as the pumpkin trio. So obviously you're going to grab blue and yellow if you want the green background, and white. But you can play around. And if you want some of the hints of brown, I grabbed red too. See the little hints of brown in there? So you're going to basically have fun with all the colors on your palette. So grab your icky white that has all those colors in it already. And grab your blue. Yes, Nancy, you got it. Hey, Nancy. That's right. So, grab your blue, grab your yellow, grab some of that icky white that you made. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? And you're just going to smush. You're just going to smush. And when you get to anything we already painted, you can just kind of overlap it a bit, because we're going to go back over that. So as you smush, that was all my mess. You see what colors I'm getting. If you want to grab more blue, you can grab more blue. That's grabbing more blue. If you want to grab more yellow, that's grabbing more yellow. So have fun with this, guys. Basically, it's blue, yellow, white. Every once in a while, if you want the brown, you grab a little bit of red. And you're just smushing, right? Our technical term, Magna, we're just smushing. So if you want a little bit of brown, you grab the red, and that's going to put the brown in there. Okay, so your background, have fun with it. Blue, yellow, white, little bit of red, and any way you want to load up your brush to get the effect you want. And we're just smushing. And like I said, when you get to your edges, it's okay if you go over a little bit. We're going to fix all that up with Big Boy. So have fun with this. Make it yours. You can grab blue. So with that color combo, if I grab just blue now, That's what you'll get. If I grab just yellow, that's what you'll get. If I grab the red, you'll get the brown, okay? So that was with grabbing more blue, that was with grabbing more yellow, and that was with grabbing brown, the red. Okay, so you guys can see what'll happen when you put those colors on your brush. And we're just smushing. And if you want to paint your sides, go right ahead. Now, if you want your background completely different, Lisa, you can make it purple if you want to. You don't have to grab the yellow. You can grab blue, red, and white if you want to. It's your background. It's your art. Get creative. Do whatever you want. So the basement's coming along, huh, Tam? Tammy does Girl Scouts, guys. So, she's putting her basement together to have a big old space for all the Girl Scouts to meet since the weather's getting icky now. The whole rest of it, yep, the whole rest of it you're smushing, guys. The whole rest of it. Nice, Magna. I love it. I love your excitement. Awesome, Magna. I know you do great color combinations. So the whole rest of the canvas is smushing these colors. Whatever combination you want. Basically, I'm using all of the colors on my palette right now. And if you don't want the greenish stuff, skip the yellow. If you just do red and blue and white, you're going to get a purple. So we're just smushing. We're just smushing. That's all we're doing. Nothing hard here. It's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. You guys got that right. You heard it here first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, Tammy? You heard it here first. So, I love painting with you guys. It's so much fun. So Christina, where's Iris? How's Iris doing? Good? How's her daughter? Daughter's all right? What do you have? Like a little head cold? I don't know if Christina's still on. She might have fell asleep. She said she wasn't feeling well, so it's definitely the weather to not be feeling well in New Jersey. It's cold, rainy, and damp. I don't know what it's doing where you are, Christina, but where we are, it's cold, rainy, and damp. I'm really excited to see how your color combinations come out. Megna's super excited. She says she's got a whole rainforest vibe going on, so that's cool. That's cool. Blue, yellow, and white. Sometimes red. And we're smushing away. And like I said, when you get to your edges, don't worry. Just overlap it a little bit. That's all. Nothing hard there. Nothing hard there. And anywhere you want a little brown to sneak in, you just grab some red on that brush and a little brown will sneak in. Now, if you wanted softer tones, you just keep smushing it together and it'll all kind of blend together and be nice and soft like Julia likes it. If you want the real separation of colors, you stick and move, stick and move. You stick and move. So you put your colors on and then you move somewhere else. So, if you do not like it all blended like Julia, you stick and move. So, Hannah, I'm curious to see where you're going to put your pup on this one. I have an art show tomorrow, so hopefully we get good weather tomorrow. We're going to be, Tammy, if you, on your travels tomorrow, we're going to be in the courtyard by the library in Tom's River. That's where we're going to be. And if any of you want some other sort of color combo, just ask me. I'll tell you how to make it. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. And if you want to paint your sides, now you paint your sides. Your mermaid came out chubby, Nancy? That's okay. Very true, Magna. Up there's the Butters. There's the Butters. He barks every time the neighbor comes home. Every single time. There's something about that neighbor's truck that he likes. Oh my God, Amy, that is hysterical. That is hysterical that he does that. That's a really good suggestion, Magna. Nancy, your mermaid came out chubby. That's okay. That's okay, Nancy. There's chubby mermaids out there, I'm sure. We gotta get with those plus size girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm a plus size girl. Smushing away, smushing away. I'm just smushing away. The Butters. Butters is in the house. How's Coco doing, Magna? Hannah, how's your three pups? Tammy's got Ross, Henry. Ha ha ha. That's great, Nancy. That's just awesome. That is awesome. Alright, I think we all put on a few pounds during this whole thing. I think we all put on a few pounds during this whole thing. Maybe not me. I don't know. Your pups are good, Hannah? Stress eating, Nancy? That's all right. Valor, you have a Coco too? Look at that, Magna. There's a Coco in Texas. There's a Coco in Texas. Magna's Coco is a little white fluffy thing. She's a bunny. You gotta share a picture of her, Valerie. You gotta share a picture of her. A lion head bunny. She sounds very soft and fluffy. Whew, it's a lot of smushing. Got a lot of smushing going on here. That was an awful lot of smushing going on. I don't know about you guys, but my hand's tired. My hand is tired. It's tired. Alright, so I am going to wipe off Fluffy, and we are actually done with the Fluffster for the rest of the night. That is really cool. Big fluff ball, right, Valley? That's really cool, Magna. I'm glad he's doing really good. He was so little when you got him. Right, Amy? I know you do. You do them very well, too. How you doing, Lisa? Lisa's doing good. How you doing, Nancy? Are they really, really fluffy? Yeah, Valerie, you got to share a pic of your fluffy bunny. All right, guys, let's see how well you know me. I just finished my soda. What do you think I'm going to grab for another drink? What's the only other thing that I drink? No, and I wonder why I have tummy issues. Hannah knows me. Hannah got it right on the money. That's what I do, right? Coffee and soda. It's terrible. My doctor's probably like, "What are you doing?" Nope, Magna, none of that stuffs. Either soda or coffee. That's my deal. Sometimes I'll do back to back. I do drink seltzer. I like Pellegrino and forget the name of the other one, Perrier or something like that. I do like just plain old seltzer too. Java, Nancy's got it. So, one of my commission paintings I get to do, I get to paint guinea pigs, the 2 parents and the 2 babies. So, that's going to be fun. Somebody asked me to paint their guinea pigs for them. Okay, once you're done fluffing, we're going to be using Big Boy. Alright, so get your Big Boy ready when you're done fluffing. Yes, yes, it is the cutest picture ever. Remind me to show you the commission piece when I'm done. It'll be posted on Eve's Artistry. Yeah, so, yeah, I do pet portraits, so this is the first time I'm going to be doing guinea pigs. I just put my finger over the camera. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Alright, so swirl tap that Big Boy when you're ready. You guys all good? Give me some thumbs ups and hearts if you're all good. Or I'll wait a minute. Hannah's ready. All right, cool. There is another Nancy. Yes, there's two Nancys on here tonight. Fancy Nancy's in the house. We have you, Nancy Lowe, and Nancy Reed is here too. So we got Nancy Lowe and Nancy Reed in the house. Hey, it's both the Nancys, Magna. Remember the other party that you were helping me figure out who's who? Which one's which? So we got Nancy Lowe and Nancy Reed in the house tonight. Because I always confuse the two of you. Hey, Trisha. Trisha's here. Hi, hon. All right, Lisa, no worries. We'll give you a minute. Hey, Trisha, how you doing, sweetie? Trisha, we have Valerie here from Texas. Hey, y'all. Magna's here. Hannah's here. Amy and Tammy and Julie are here. We have Lisa. We got two Nancys in the house tonight. The whole crew is here. All right, so we're going to be grabbing Big Boy. So we'll tap that Big Boy. And all you're doing is grabbing your white paint. There you go, Magna. That's a good way to do it. So we're grabbing Big Boy and we're just grabbing white paint. And with this white paint, you want to go on the sides of your pumpkin and make those edges nice and crisp. So using the flat of your brush, remember our spin move with our brush. Oh, Valerie, do you know where that is? I have no idea. I've never been to Texas. So you want to do that little spin move, right? So when you go in a curve. So you are just taking that white paint and giving yourself a nice clean edge on that pumpkin. So I'm just swooping right down the side. Swoop! That's all I'm doing. You're going to give yourself a nice clean edge on that pumpkin. So just swoop right down the side, and I'm doing the little spin at the bottom. I'm holding my brush nice and close so I have control. Nancy R and Nancy L. All right, you help me with that, Magna. You're so good with that stuff. I used to waitress, and I loved it because everybody wore name tags. Okay, so I'm going to swoop the white down the one side, and I'm going to swoop the white down the other side. I'm going to fix that edge where we wound up overlapping with the fluffing. That's all I'm doing. And I'm rolling my fingers when I hit the curved part. Using the flat of that brush to get a nice clean edge. Nice clean edge. And then you can just soften this into the pumpkin. You can just soften that in. So by softening that in, I'm just taking my brush and I'm taking that excess paint and I am just softening that white into the rest of my pumpkin. I am just pushing that paint into the pumpkin. So this way when we go to grab the color, you won't see a harsh line there from us putting the white on. That's awesome, Amy. That is awesome. Okay, so that is the best. That is the best. Anybody else addicted to pumpkin spice right now? My girlfriend picked this creamer up for me. Oh my goodness, it's to die for. That is amazing, Amy. That is too funny. And I learned a little trick. So I have one of these cups, right? So I keep my coffee in here. And then I use it like a carafe. I pour it into my cup. They have pumpkin Cheerios now? Nancy R? I don't know about all that. I don't know about pumpkin Cheerios. Valerie, you're a pumpkin girl? Yep. Love pumpkin spice. Love it. Okay. So, once we have that done, we're going to swirl tap that big boy. And we're going to grab our black paint. Okay, so I'm grabbing my black paint. And I'm going to come over here where our triangle was. I'm going to hold my brush back here a little bit. And we're going to be going across to put our hat brim. And that's a bit wiggly. It's a bit of a wiggly line. So, I literally went off the canvas with the hat. So I'm going to start all the way on the side of the canvas. And I'm going to pull. And just in random spots, I'm going to wiggle the line. Bam! And just like that, we have the brim of our hat. And then once I have that part, I'm going to go from the one side. And I'm going to go in like that with a little bit of a wiggle. Then I'm going to come from the other side. And I'm going to go in like that with a little bit of wiggle. And then this whole part, I'm just going to go in sideways strokes. Fill it in with black. And is it going to pick up that white? Yeah. Do we care? No. So it's sideways strokes. I'm just going to fill in this whole part now. And I'm just using black paint. Hunkin'. Oh, that probably smells delicious, Trisha. Pumpkin. Whoops. My canvas just moved randomly on me, but that's okay. So, sideways strokes, little mini strokes. I am just going to fill in the bottom part of that pumpkin brim. Okay, and once you have that, I'm going to grab more black paint, and I'm going to start at the top of my triangle, and I'm going to follow my triangle, and I'm going to do little wiggles all the way down the triangle, okay? So I'm starting back at the top, and we're going to do little wiggles. And then you could fill that in. That's all right, Magna. They're doing trick or treat in here. Are you sure it didn't change? And you're going to be painting with me on the 30th. We're going to be doing these big red fire lips. Like, remember that girl with the jewelry that we did? We're going to be doing big old lips like that girl that had the jewelry. So I'm going to wiggle the one side, and then I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to follow that line of the triangle, and I'm just going to do wiggles on this side. And then I'm going to color it in. Now, when you do your hat, see where this is landing right here? You want to make sure that the top part of the hat lands to where your pumpkin is. So if your pumpkin's here, this piece of your hat should land right above that. Same on this side. So if your pumpkin's here, this piece of the hat should land right above that. Otherwise, the hat's either going to look too small or it's going to look too big. So you want to make sure you match that up when you do this piece of the hat, okay? That's right. That's right. It's part of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was a really, really old movie. Okay. So once you have that, we're going to come over here to this side of the canvas because we're putting in our tree now, okay? So, good old tree time. You guys know what this is all about. How many trees have we painted together? Tons. We could have made a forest with them. Well, we did paint a forest, rainbow forest. All right, so you're going to grab your black paint and you're going to pull it off to the side, on the side of your palette. You're going to make sure you have a nice thin edge on that brush. Nice thin edge, right? And we're going to hold back here. And you're going to go completely perpendicular, straight on to your canvas like this. And you're going to start at the bottom. Make sure your hand's back here. You're going to start at the bottom and simply pull up past your pumpkin, right through your hat, and then bend it this way. And right off your canvas. Okay? You do the finger roll for that one because you want to make sure your brush stays perfectly perpendicular. If you do one of these or one of these or one of those, you're going to get a thick line, and we don't want that. So, again, right? More paint on my brush. Nice thin edge from the side of my palette. I'm going to follow along that line I did. I'm going to follow along, then I'm going to come up. I'm going to curve again a little bit. Go right off my canvas. Now you can have as many branches as you want or as little branches. It's all up to you. It's your tree. So I'm going to follow that line I made. Again, make sure your hand's back here. Make sure you're straight on. Make sure you have a nice flat edge on your brush. Following along what I did, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to go right off the top. All right. Last one, I'm going to follow along what I did. And I'm going to go right off the edge that way. Hey, Gal. How you doing, love? And remember my whole lesson with the painting the trees, right? So if this is supposed to be my thinnest, that means over here has to be thicker. So now you want to go back in and thicken up your trunk. Right? So if this is my thinnest line right here, this piece has to be thicker than those lines. So I'm going to come back in and I'm going to thicken up my trunk here. I'm going to thicken up my trunk. And then at the bottom, we're just going to flick out that way, flick out that way. Very technical. We're flicking. And fill that in. There you go. No worries here. No worries here. There you go. Just like that. You have a tree. We have a tree. So, I'm going to pull the excess paint off a big boy. So, pull that excess paint off. And I want you to go in and I want you to grab, you still have black on here, but it's just very little bit. I want you to go in and I want you to grab your red paint. And a little bit of that yellow paint, just a tiny amount. So red and yellow with the black still on my paintbrush, but not globby, okay? And you're going to come in here and you're going to do your pumpkin lines. So, you want to start with the center piece. Here's the center of your pumpkin. And you're just going to swoop this way. You're going to swoop this way. And you're going to swoop that way. So you left that little bit of residue of black on your brush. And you're going to grab your red and a little bit of your yellow paint. Now I'm holding my brush here. I'm using some more control. And once you have those, so you're going to take off the globs of black on your brush, but you're not going to wash it. All right, so from doing your tree, you're going to just pull the globs of paint off on your paper towel, but don't rinse your brush. And you want to grab some red and some yellow. And then you start from the center of your pumpkin and you do apprentice and apprentice. And then you just work your way out from that. So, having that little bit of black still on the bristles of my brush, we get this brownish kind of color coming out by grabbing the red and the yellow together. And you do as many lines as you can, you know what I mean? It's no big deal. And if you want to do, you like that trick? And you want to do the line out here, you can do your line out here too. It's up to you. It's your pumpkin. You can do whatever you want. Alright, so remember, you're just going out from the center and you want to make sure you keep doing parenthesis lines. Now you can clean off Big Boy. Now you can swirl tap that Big Boy. Is anybody going to put a face on their pumpkin? I'm thinking about it. You guys want to make these into jack-o'-lantern pumpkins? That would be fun, right? That would be a good idea. That'll be a good idea. So you guys pray no rain for me tomorrow so I can do my festival, okay? Alright, once you have that, you can take out Tiny. We're taking out Tiny. What brush, Magna? Tiny. How you doing, Hannah? How you doing, Hannah? How you doing, Val? My two Nancys in the house. I think Christina wound up falling asleep. That's okay. We got Tammy watching. Lisa's actually painting with us tonight. What? We are so honored. I love it. Awesome. So we're going to take Tiny. We're going to grab our black paint. You're going to hold them like a pencil. You're going to come up into your tree. You're going to come up into your tree. And when you do your twigs, you want to follow along your branch and then just pull out. So, just a little bit of paint on Tiny. You have to keep refilling him. He's not a what? He's not a marker. Pressing hard doesn't get any more paint, just gives you a thick line instead. So I'm holding them like a pencil. I'm putting my hand on my canvas because this is all dry right here. And you can put in as many of these twigs as you want. Do my Ralph Cramden. Stretch my arms out. Okay, and then if you want to do like a thicker branch coming off, you take your Tiny and you smush them down. And when you smush them down, he will make a thicker line. So if you want a thicker branch coming off, you just smush Tiny down. Now, let me show you that close up, okay? Hey, whoa. So, this is my branch right here. Right, that was the one I made with Big Boy. And if I want a thicker branch off of that, I'm going to take my Tiny, I'm going to follow along the one I already painted, and I'm going to smush them. See how I'm smushing them? And when you smush them, he'll make a thicker line for you. And that's how you can put a thicker branch off if you want to. That's okay. Trees are wonky, especially the trees during fall. So if you smush down Tiny, you'll get a thicker line. Now remember, my Eve's Artistry Insight, this has to be thicker than that. So if you make this really, really thick, you got to thicken the other branch up. And then for the tiny branches, I'm just pressing very lightly, hardly pressing at all. Okay? So you guys can do as many or as little as you want. And when he starts to get goopy globby, you know how we don't like the goopy globs. You wipe them off. And if your paint is globby, remember, you just add a little bit of water. If your paint's getting globby, you add a little bit of water so it's nice and smooth. It's okay if you have a wonky tree, Valerie. They're wonky in the fall anyway. So you add as many of these branches or as little as you want. And if you want a thicker branch, you just press down on tiny You can go right off the canvas with them. And then you could always follow off one of those. Your tree, your world. Make it any way you want to. Right, Magna? And if you have globs on your brush, you're going to wind up with globs on your painting. So make sure you're looking at that brush. Make sure you're cleaning them off. It's all up to you. And with this black paint on your brush, you know where you probably overlapped a bit onto your hat from doing our lines? You can just cover right over that now. So if you wound up going over your hat line, putting in your pumpkin lines, guess what? That's fine. You know me. You know I don't like to color in the lines. I know I can go right back and cover it up. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. And since I put thicker branches, I gotta make the other branch thicker, and that's what I'm doing right now. So if you put thicker branches, you gotta go back in and make the branch that it's coming off of, make the limb thicker. So, I don't remember, anybody remember what video that was that I explained the whole tree in Eve's Artistry Insight? Does anybody remember? I don't remember which one I did the whole tree explanation. The 3 steps of the tree. Alright. Once you're done with that, Tiny goes away. And it's back to Big Boy. Oh, yeah. Back to the bigger boy. You know, Lisa, I only started calling him Bigger Boy when you started painting with us. Because you said you were Italian. It's pretty bad, right? So I got y'all for Texas. And I got the Bigger Boy for my Italian painters. Maybe that was it, Amy. I don't remember. I don't remember if I was doing Eve's Artistry Insight with the Purple Walk. I definitely explained a tree during Purple Walk because there was 3 of them. But I'm not sure if I did the Eve's Artistry Insight. In fact, I gotta think of an Eve's Artistry Insight for this painting. Okay, so swirl tap that bigger boy. Maybe Megna remembers. Or Tammy. Tammy might remember. Tammy's good like that too. Okay, swirl tap that big boy. Get all of that black paint out of him. I'm gonna cheat, use my sink. So you want to make sure all of that black paint is out of him. He's completely clean. Magna, I'm sure your mom makes the best pizza. Okay, we're going back to our pumpkin. Now you're just grabbing red and yellow. Red, make sure it's nice and clean. Not all that messed up red from before. So all you're grabbing is red and yellow. And what color does red and yellow make? My Sesame Street friends? That's right, orange. That's right. You're going to go back into your pumpkin, and you're very simply just going to do this red and yellow. And you're going to paint over the whole thing. Red and yellow. And again, following the shape of the pumpkin. Your mom probably makes the best homemade pizza, Magna. I'm sure she does. So I'm just grabbing red and yellow. And red and yellow does not have that much opaqueness. Opaqueness is being able to see through something. If it's very opaque like black, you can't see through it at all. If it's like yellow, it doesn't have very much opaqueness. So you can see through it. That's what that word is. And I'm going to paint right over those lines we did, because it's going to soften them out after I drop my brush. And you're going to fill in the rest of your pumpkin. If you want it more dark, add more red. If you want it more light, add more yellow. Your pumpkin. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. And if you go onto your hat, no worries. You know why there's no worries? Because we can just paint right over that. We can just grab our black paint and paint right over that. And when I get to my edges, I'm using the flat of the brush. I'm going carefully so I don't jump over them. If you do, you just do a little wipe. Because of the background, it'll just wipe right off. It'll just blend right in. So we don't have to worry about any of that. So if you go right over into your hat, we can just cover it with the black. See, so I went over my hat, so I'll just grab my small brush, like we did before. Grab my small brush, and grab the black, paint right over it. See that? Just like that. No worries here. No worries. Okay, we got a few steps left. I'm going to show you how to put the highlights in your hat. And we got our little trees. And we got our little yellow flower buds. And we're going to be all set. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. Good stuff, guys. Good, good stuff. Good, good, good stuff. So does anybody have any birthdays coming up? Any of you guys have birthdays? I know it was Becca's birthday at one point doing all these videos, but we went through like a pretty long year here. Anybody have any birthdays that were coming up? I'm only asking because today was my dad's birthday. My sister reminded me of that. I probably wouldn't even have paid attention because I don't even know what day it is half the time. Alright, when you're done with that, you're going to grab Mini-Me. Mini-Me! And you're going to grab your whites paint with a little bit of yellow. Can you guys not see this whole thing? Here. Sorry, was the camera too close? I probably didn't put it back in the right spot when I showed you the close-up. Can you see the whole thing now? I'm sorry, Val. You're a January girl, Trisha? Oh, Magna's a February girl. I'm a July girl. January's nice to have a birthday. So is February. My daughter is January, yeah, hello, 28th. So a little bit of white and your yellow. And you're going to come up in here. And all you're going to do is smush your little flower buds. So now if you messed up a branch, 6,000% smush right over it. So all I'm doing is these little smushes. Do they have to be on a branch? No. They don't have to be on a branch if you don't want them. But if you messed up a branch, definitely. 6,000%. So we're just going in and putting all these white and yellow smushes. Haha. Very true. Very true. You get the hangover birthday. Yellow and white. Yellow and white, Lisa. And can you see it, Valerie? Can you see the trunk? Is the camera not right? Here. Can you see the trunk? So all I did with the trunk was you just made it a little thicker on the bottom. So all I did was a swoosh that way and a swoosh this way. Okay, now I'm putting my little yellow flower buds wherever I want. Can they go on top of a limb? Absolutely. Yep, so all I did yeah, Trisha, you have hangover day. How about my two Nancys? When is your guys' birthday? Amy and Hannah. Now, don't put any of them on your hat, though, because the hat's in front of the tree. So don't put any little yellow dots on your hat. If you did by mistake, we can cover it up. But the tree is behind the hat. So you don't want any little yellow dots on your hat. Ah! Great black blobs of terror. I don't know where that came from. Great black blobs of terror I got. And did you hear me, Lisa, yellow and white? All right. we got that down. That was, what was it, Amy's husband? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You heard it here first, right, Tammy? Alright, so July, that's the same as me, Hannah. That's the same as me. Okay, as soon as you guys are done with those, where it's going to be time for Eve's Artistry Insight. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I just like doing that. I'm a cornball. What can I tell you? And I also have to tell you that my coffee is very, very yummy. Okay, so we literally have like 3 steps to do and we're going to be all set. And you guys are amazing. So we're going to do Eve's Artistry Insight in a minute. And for that, you're going to swirl tap that big boy. And we're going to need some gray paint. So mix your white and your black together. Make yourself a little bit of gray. And I'll show you what's up. Yours is January too? Wow, that's a lot of Januaries. We have Megna's brother. We have you. We have my daughter. We have Trisha. That's right, Magna. That's all we got left. So we're going to grab big boy here. And I'm going to show you a few little things of when you paint fabric. Okay. So our hat is obviously a fabric hat. So I'm going to grab some white. I'm not going to pre-make a gray. I'm going to be surprised. And I'm just going to swoosh this together on the side of my palette. So I get a nice thin line amount on my brush. Up, Nancy's March. We got a springer. We got a springer. Nancy L is March. Okay, let's bring you up to the hat. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's Eve's Artistry Insight on fabric. Okay, so when you see fabric, and you always see that it has like, it's highlighted in a certain area, and then there's shadows in other areas. Well, obviously our hat's black, so we're not going to be doing the shadows. So the clue is that when you picture fabric, where all the little bumps are in your fabric, that's where you're going to put highlights. All right, so we have a bump right here on top. So I'm going to take my gray paint and I'm just going to swoosh a highlight right on that bump. And see how that made it look like the fabric is folding inward now, like it's making a little bubble in the fabric. Up, we got a spring baby with cocoa. So that is the insight for fabric, guys. When you do fabric, I think we did fabric on the teacups. And I just told you how to do it, but I'm telling you why behind it. So whenever you guys paint anything that would be fabric, wherever it's going to pop out, right, because it's wavy, wherever you have a pop of it being wavy, like see how this is waving out and then back in and waving out again, where it goes back in would be a shadow. Where it's waving out would be where your highlight is. So I want to do another one right there. Okay? And then it's going to go back in, and then right here it's going to be waving out again. So I want to do another highlight right there. Okay? So that is Eve's Artistry Insight. Whenever you guys paint fabric where it's being squiggly, that's technical, guys. On the parts that bump outwards, is going to be where you put your highlights. Now, I didn't put it on the end. I put it right on the top part of that bump, not on the edge. You don't want to put it on the edge because the edge would actually start going back in. So there's my bump. This is where the shadow would be. And there's my other bump. I need more paint on my brush. So there's my other bump. And there's my highlight right on that bump. And that, guys, is how you would do shadows in fabric. Now, say you wanted in here somewhere maybe to be popping out that we don't even realize, right? Because right now it's very flat. You could very easily put another little highlight line. And now all of a sudden, that's bumpy in the center. So it is your hat. Have fun with it. And that's how you do fabric. So wherever it would be bumping out on the round part of your squigglies, you don't want to do it right on the edge. You come in a little bit, and that's where your highlight would be. So, ease, artistry, insight. And for the brim of the hat, light would be hitting this brim because this brim's actually sticking out this way. But I'm going to follow my bumps again. Here's a bump, right? But this, I'm going to do thinner lines on because it's the brim. So I'm going to do a line right there because it's bumping out that way. And then this part's kind of going back in, and I have another bump right here. So I'm going to do a line there. And then on the end of the hat, this is going to be hitting, catching light. Plus I want to put it in front of the tree. So I'm going to throw another one on there. I'll come over to this side. This is going down, so that would be a shadow. And this is going up. So I want to put another highlight on there. And then up here is a bump out. So I want to put a highlight on there. Okay, so that's ease, artistry, insight. When you paint fabric, you want to highlight where it pops out, and then where it would go back in would be a shadow. But obviously ours is black, so there is no shadow because it's black. And I'm going to put a few wisps right in here because the brim is going to be popping out straight. So I'm just going to put a few touches of highlight. Just because we don't know what's going on, but we know the brim of the hat is going to be catching some more light than the top part of the hat. And that's it, guys. Now you just need tiny out. That's all. And I put a few more in my hat just to have fun. And they're all in a little arch because that's how the fabric would pop. And now all of a sudden your hat has life and you can see how it would be wavy. And it's not just flat black. So if you're ever painting fabric, just remember where the bump is, that's where your highlight goes. Nothing difficult there. All right, so we're to our little branches on the bottom, which is very simply going to be tiny. Very simply going to be tiny. So make sure that your black is not goopy. Add a little bit of water to it if you need to. You do not want goopy paint. So literally all I do, see my black paint, I take my tiny, I dip it in my cup, I drip it onto my black paint, and I just smush it around a little bit in that little center. And then that is going to make it nice and loose and smooth. You don't want it to be globby and thick. But acrylic paint tends to get thick after it sits out for a while. And obviously I don't want to paint because globs on my brush means globs on my painting. So I'm going to wipe that off and do a little dip. And do a little dip. And then up from the bottom of my canvas, I'm going to hold this in the center. Thank you so much, Trisha. Same to you. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. I really, really hope tomorrow was awesome. So, it's great to virtually see you again. Hope to see you again soon. So, I'm going to hold this in the center. Thank you, Trisha. Bye. I'll say bye like Magna does. Bye. So, I'm going to hold it in the center, but I'm going to hold it loosey-goosey. And I'm going to come up from the bottom. Hold it straight onto your canvas, perpendicular. And this, you're just going to let your brush wiggle. Just let your brush wiggle. Did you hear me, Amy? Let it wiggle. Did you hear me, Lisa? Let it wiggle. Once it's wiggle, let it wiggle. Once you have that wiggle, now I can't say it right to save me. Once you have that wiggle, then you can go back in and darken it if you need to. Okay? Again, thin paint. Hold it back here. Wiggly, wiggly. From that stem you just made, you can do another wiggle. Okay? And then we can do another wiggle. So let it wiggle. Let it wiggle, guys. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. Wasn't that like a kid's thing, the Wiggles? Wasn't that a kid's thing? I don't remember. Okay, and then another wiggle off of here. Why not? If your branches wound up being thick, you just want to thicken your trunk a little bit. And then my other branch actually came in from the side. So I'm going to pull from the side of my canvas. I'm going to pull it in a little ways. And then once I get right to before the pumpkin, that's where I'm going to let it wiggle. So I pulled in from the side. When I got to right before the pumpkin, I loosened my grip on my brush and let it wiggle. And then as I add branches, I follow along what I did and just let it wiggle out from there. Let it wiggle, Amy. Let it wiggle. Let it wiggle, Lisa. My little control freaks out there. Let it wiggly wig. So I'm just wiggling branches off of this. And then I'm going to come back over here and make that a little thicker. Do a little wiggly one back here, why not? And ta-da! There's your little wiggly branches. Just like that. And then you're back to mini-me putting in your yellow flowers. So, if any of you make jack-o'-lanterns, I 6,000% want to see it. You guys are amazing. That's the last thing I need to show you. I already showed you how to put your little flowers, so you're going to be all set. Let me do my formal goodbye. So, Megna, Hannah, Amy, Trisha, Tammy, Valerie, Christina, Nancy L, and Nancy R. Lisa's with us tonight, and everybody else that's watching on the replay. Thank you so much for watching Eve's Creations Paint Party. I am Eve. Gratuities are appreciated. I will post the links in the comment section. You are amazing, all of you. You are my painting family. You warm my heart. Anybody watching the replay, if you have any questions, message me anytime. If you need supplies, I still have kits. And thank you so much. So go create. You guys are amazing. When you do your dots, don't touch the black because you'll wind up, it's wet. So don't touch the black when you do your dots. Did I get it good, Magna? Did I get the end of the speech good? I try to say the same thing every time, but sometimes I forget stuff. And next week, guys, Creepy Cornfield. You are so welcome, Amy. Love you. Mwah. Give love to Becca for me. You guys have an awesome week. I'll see you next Friday. And don't forget to post your paintings. I want to see them. Post them to the event. I already put the spot, so I didn't forget. And Hannah, I definitely want to see where you put the puppy in this one. If you followed any Magna's suggestions, or if you did something kooky crazy on your own. Definitely want to see it. Magna, I want to see your rainforest colors. So make sure your mom posts your picture for you. And enjoy that pizza. Sounds good, Magna. Sounds good. And you guys know, if you go back and do a second coat, things pop even more. I will definitely reply. I will definitely let you know what's up. Bye. Bye, Magna. How's everybody doing out there? You got any questions? How you doing, Val? Hannah? Lisa? Got any questions for me? You need to see anything? Just let me know. My two Nancys, how you guys doing? Touching up, Val? All right. All right, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Just take those little brushes, go around, fix your little details. Put another coat on some stuff, make it pop. You fixed your wonky tree? All right. Good stuff, good stuff. One great thing about trees is you can just make them thicker. You just make them thicker and they come out.
Mix it up with YouTube music playlists. Discover new music and find old favorites. Playlists made for any moment. Explore YouTube music today.
Aw, Nancy, thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm so glad that you create with us and you found our little fam. It is my pleasure. You warm my heart also. So, mwah. You have a great night, okay? And the Facebook Lives are still free. It's the in-person that's the money. So you can chime in every Friday without having to worry at all, okay? Thank you so much for that. That was very sweet. So, mwah. See you later, alligator. Next time we meet, Freddy Spaghetti. Bye-bye. Mwah. Valerie's done. Yes. Thank you, Valerie. Hope to see you again soon. Glad you had fun. All right, Lisa. Okay, sweetie, if you have any questions, just message me. You know the drill. No worries. See you now, Hannah, and my other Nancy's doing.
As COVID-19 reshapes society, entrepreneurs who launch their dreams on YouTube remain resilient and innovative. Explore their stories at the United States of YouTube. Visit now.
Right, Hannah. I'm wondering where you're gonna put your chihuahua. I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see. I love that you and Dustin do that. It's awesome. Nancy R, how you doing? Hey, hey, hey. I'm just going to post the links for the gratuities here. Venmo and PayPal. And don't forget, guys, next week is going to be Creepy Cornfield. So next Friday, 7 o'clock, I'll see you all here. Thank you so much for everybody joining me and all of you on the replay too. Thank you, Hannah. Mwah. Everybody have an awesome evening, and I will see you all next week. Go create. Can't wait to see it. Good night.